We got the last project of the week, B, and we've already given our first impressions on this, but it's time for us to give our full-on review since we've been able to live with it for about 3 days now. Kendrick Lamar's GNX.
Yes, sir.
Now, we've already given our first impressions, so if you want to check that out, we have a full-on episode of our theories or speculations, what this could mean for Kendrick Lamar. And ever since then, he's dropped his music video for Squabble Up. People have been loving it. He even has a reference to Ice-T's album cover.
Yeah.
He has the Pan-African flag in the background. A lot of people...
That's an African-American flag, not Pan-African.
Well, that's what people were saying.
Yeah, they didn't get that out of here.
No, well, B, that was the Ebony Prince flag. So that means that Ebony Prince was his burner. Correct?
That's crazy. What if that really was him, though? Like Kendrick
I feel like it was.
You think it was him, bro?
Yes. Kendrick is so unhinged. He hasn't done... The only thing unhinged would be if that was his burner. That would have been the most unhinged thing he's done. But to me, he hasn't done nothing like crazy unhinged. People's like, oh, Kendrick is Black Air Force music on this album. I'm like, y'all have not heard Black Air Force music. I'm going to just let y'all know this right now. Because this is not Black Air Force. But Kendrick Lamar's GNX. B, I have my opinions on this album. Yeah. Ever since we first reviewed it, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Because while I thought that I liked the direction that Kendrick went on here, I didn't think it was his best project.
Yeah.
And obviously this was based on my first impressions, based on my other first impressions of all those other projects, right? And I ranked it like his second or third best project, album-wise, that he's been releasing since, I believe, Overly Dedicated. And for me, I gotta say that to me, this is still his second, I don't want to say it like this, his second worst project.
Yeah.
Out of his discography. Now, I'm not saying just because I say it's the second worst, meaning it's bad. Kendrick Lamar has one of the best discographies in hip-hop when you look at the overall rating of it. Mr. Morales is his worst album for me. I'm not saying because of the subject matter it's bad or anything like that.
We talked about it. Talked about it in the reaction.
But I gotta let them know.
No, I'm just saying. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and we've reviewed Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers on the channel, so go check that review out if you want our full thoughts on that. Mr. Morales isn't a bad album. To me, it's a mid album, and I don't think it's a bad album because subject matter he's touching on some touching things.
Yeah,
but also sonically, it's not all the way there for me. It's bloated. This album right here. It's like, what, 12, 14 songs? 40-something minutes?
12 songs, 44 minutes.
And Kendrick is getting in his West Coast bag on this album. This album randomly dropped. It randomly came out. We was in the middle of our day doing what we was doing. This randomly dropped. I'm like, okay. Everything is stopping. Emergency episode happening tonight. Because we got to talk about this. Because when Kendrick drops,
the world stops.
The world stops. The culture stops. It focuses on Kendrick.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people saying, see, that's because Kendrick has something important. No, it's just because he don't release that much. So it's an event. We got to be real.
Also, you got to think about the year he had with Drake.
So but I'm saying in general.
This is going to be, I understand, but this was going to be different
monumental and everything.
Than any other thing.
And so, as a Nation of Drizlam myself, Kendrick has been on a phenomenal run this year. He had the beef. He was been dissing Drake. He ducked off since. He's been popping out with this album. Whacked Out Murals, B. Great way to start the album. Great way to set the tone.
Fire.
Loved it. Was he throwing a shot at Wayne, B?
I don't think it was a shot at Wayne.
I don't think so. I think it was him acknowledging that he's seen what Wayne said. Even though I don't think... I have my thoughts about that. We'll talk about that later in the episode. I don't think Wayne was mad at Kendrick. More so like the result of like who would have got it either way besides Kendrick. Not just because it was Kendrick himself. Yeah. But besides that, Whacked Out Murals, fantastic start. Squabble Up, the Broccoli song, formerly known as Broccoli. I'm like, dog, this was never known as Broccoli. Y'all called it Broccoli. Squabble Up, great second track. Luther, with that Luther Vandross sample, B, still good. With SZA on the hook, Man at the Garden, One Mic vibes. Yeah. I Deserve It All. Good track. Did we get Hey Now? Hey Now, Say Now. Good West Coast track. Reincarnated. This is why I'm starting to get like... I started rolling my eyes. That's because for me, when it comes to Machiavelli production or Machiavelli Tupac era production, I'm like I like Me Against the World production. Like I'm still on All Eyes on Me because it was bloated. But yeah, Machiavelli production to me, it always had that weird sound that I never really fully connected with. There's songs I like from Machiavelli, the Don Illuminati album, but that production style to me, that's the one thing that holds me back on that album. I'm just like, oh, that production. Like, it's different, but I'm like, I don't really get down with it like that. And obviously, he's using the Made N-Words sample. TV Off.
Stand out on the album.
Mustard! Yeah, that meme got ran to the ground.
Because he was just saying how, like, it was so crazy that I peeped that he was like, gonna go to New Orleans with the LA swag or something saying mustard? Because I think he
I
was saying
remember
it
he
from the
said
Super
that,
Bowl.
but Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, for the
That's
Super
why I
Bowl.
first thought when I heard that.
Like when I heard, I didn't like when I first heard. I never peeped. I peeped in New Orleans, but I didn't pick the context of the Super Bowl is in New Orleans.
Oh, that's what I thought at first.
Yeah,
when you said
I
that.
didn't even put it together.
That's why I was like, is he talking about the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That's what I thought, though. I wasn't sure. We got Dodger Blue, which a lot of people, nobody's talking about this one, which I agree, but also,
That's on fire.
to me, this is a sleeper pick. Like, this is
That's
that one. We got Peekaboo, AZ Chick, did his thing. Heart Part 6, one of the best songs on here.
Fire.
GNX.
Some people don't like it. Some
To
people
me, yeah, I'll be real with you. I'm not going to lie, B. One of my biggest problems of the album, after doing multiple listens of this, because I listened to it like 5-6 times, the features are the weakest part to me. And that's not the worst thing. I'm not saying the features are bad, but they don't do much for me. Like, they bring the flavor of West Coast, but sometimes I'm just like, some of these guys just sound like broke down YGs. Well, I'm just like, put YG on there. What's the best way I can say this? Like I said, the features didn't do anything for me. I'm just like, I need to check that guy out. Like, I want some more West Coast, and I want it from that guy. None of these guys gave that to me. And at points, some of these banger tracks for me, I'm just like, like, they kind of wearing off on me. I like TV Off. Hey Now is one of those ones that's kind of wearing off for me. I like Peekaboo. GNX is one that wore off for me. Gloria is another song that wore off for me. I'm like, kind of feels a bit corny now.
Yeah.
Especially when you know the context and if you listen to it multiple times. Like, I get it. It kind of wears its welcome for me. Good outro track. But in terms of a track I'll return to, never. Heart Part 6. I don't know if I said it at the beginning. It's either Man at the Garden or Heart Part 6 is the best songs on this project right here. I love the story that he tells on Heart Part 6, but also I love the message and his story, not his story that he has with Man at the Garden. Luther, I like the sample more than what Kendrick is rapping on that song. I like the hook more than Kendrick on that song. Squabble Up is obviously, I still love that. Whack Out Morals, I still like that. But yeah, some things that I really liked on my first impressions, I will say kind of waned off on me after a while. So I will say that we did need that first impressions, but also we needed this.
Yeah. After you sit with it longer, a few days after. Yeah, bro.
But B, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, hey, I like this album even more. I like it even more. Only thing that kind of wore off for me is, I guess GNX. It's not bad. I still like it, but that's the only song I'm all right. This song right here, I can do without. But to be honest, bro, I love this joint. And the crazy thing is about this album, bro, at first I was thinking maybe he got more to say. Bro, he good with this to me. Me listen to him more, I'm like, he gave you pretty much things people wanted. They liked the Not Like Us track. He gave you more of that West Coast feel. He speaked about the battle. He's speaking about everything that's going around in this year. He gave you the cool little Luther track with SZA. He gave you the Heart Part 6, dope production. He put the homies on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the features, they did it for me, bro. I love the features on Dodger Blue. I love Dodie 6. I love the AZ Chick or whatever. And I like the, Young Threat and Peso on GNX. And of course, SZA's a cheat code. I thought they added more, something different to a Kendrick album. Him also bringing with that production. And then I first Reincarnated was a track I didn't really care for as much. I liked it, but it was like one of the weakest tracks. And that's a stronger track to me. Just some of the context that you're talking about and him like breaking down like, the devil part. I don't know, it added more to it, and I loved it on on that production as well. I don't know, the story felt better on that production. I was like, dang, it kind of meshed well to me.
Is it better than the original song, B?
Nah, I love that Tupac. I like Made Niggas. That joint fire. It was on a gang related soundtrack from the last movie he did. I remember. But and then TV Off is just, I love that song especially. But Dodger Blue is probably like the track, and then like Whacked Out Mirrors, bro. To me, I don't know if that's the best track to me, bro.
It's like Kendrick is telling me you got something to say.
Yeah, I think
that's that
because I think it brought that energy, the beginning, and then that beat switch, bro. And he said, "All I ever wanted was a G." What he say? Jamming Nita Baker in the tape and the beat. Boom. I'm like, dude, that's just fire to me, bro. And like all the Hey Now, Say Now, TV Off. I know some people was complaining about the hooks that are squabbled up. Like, hey now, say now, turn the TV off. I'm like, yeah, the repetitive Like, but it's just the vibe of the track. It's like, what else you want him to say on that? Like, give me a better hook for that. To me, that's how I was thinking. I'm like, you have a problem with those hooks. Come on, give me a better hook for that. Think of it. I'm like, it's on those type of beats. I think most people, especially like in the Bay, they just repeat. You know, that's like a Bay Area tribute. Like some of this stuff is not for people. It's regional. To be honest, yeah, it's some people like well, where we come from, the Houston area, like we jam slow down music. Some people probably won't rock with that. It's sometimes it's regional. This speaks to my region, and I feel like this album was like, you could tell like Kendrick's growing. You know, in his career, he's doing more for his city. It's like people, he always been doing it, but now it's like, oh, y'all questioning what I'm doing. I could show you now. Like I'm at the point I could show you. I'm at the show you stage. Like he said, it came to me the whole thing of him being like, no double entendres, bro. I'm just gonna let you know what it is on Whacked Out Mirrors. Like I'm letting you know what it is. West Coast right now. So I'm putting on the West for some of the young cats. I'm putting on the West for like some of the production choices I'm changing, even just the style. Like I hate to say it like this, but I'm dumbing myself down like in a way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what threw people off of it not feeling like an album for him because it's the 5 tracks that's just West Coast tracks, and they like, this not the West Coast like he did on Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I mean? So it kind of left people like, I wouldn't say undesirable, like undesired, like, it didn't give me that heady stuff.
Unsatisfied?
Yeah, that heady stuff. But he kind of made something for most people to like get live to. Like he made stuff for that's like enjoyable, listenable music sometimes. Cause like to be honest, bro, it's kind of hard to listen to Morale and Big Steppers at times, bro. Like it feel like a chore.
No, not kinda.
Yeah, so I'd be like, it's some like Rich Spirit. I told you that's my joint. But there's some tracks on here I'm like, listen to this, bro. You know what I'm saying? But here, bro, this album flows to me like. I was like, I'm like, these 2 albums, bro. Like I said, like it's damn 2024 to me. You know, just West Coast more. But I'm like, dang, do I like this more than damn?
Me?
But I had to go through the track list. I was like, DNA. I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Then I was thinking, I'm like, nah, I like damn more. But still.
Okay.
But GNX, to me, really good project, B. And I'm like, dang, this might be my number. This might hop in my album of the year joint, like in my list, not being the album of the year. But I'm like, I cannot stop playing this joint. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, it's not wearing off of me. I'm liking it each listen. And I was like, dang, I don't really need more. Like,
somebody, I guess, data mined the info and saw that this says CD1.
For real?
And people saying, oh, there was 2 GNXs in the video, and, you know, the song snippet in the trailer for this album.
Maybe he do got more stuff, but I don't know. To me, I'm cool.
And then, you know, the hitter dude, should we spin around with the deluxe, or it was Daylight? You know, one of them 2 cloud checks. Oh, yeah, Daylight blocked me.
Oh, yeah, you showed me. That tripped me out.
I'm like, he watches the show, man.
Yeah, like, man, I like Daylight, though. Daylight can rap. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, his second part of the verse was fire. I was like, dang, I kind of like this. His first part felt like he was off beat, and then like the second part kind of felt better on it.
I guess for me, like, I guess I get that they set the tone. For me, none of them stand out, though.
Yeah.
That's my problem. And taking out the context.
You say AZ don't stand out?
No.
Oh, you might get. Oh, this Young Threat stood out to me at the end.
For me, I want to check out the AZ Chick dude. I do want to check him out. But besides that, some of the features
I like Dodie 6 too. He did good.
He's cool.
Yeah, he killed that joint.
But besides that, taking the context out of like, oh, he's putting people on from the city. Besides that, if I'm just judging this straight from the music, they didn't really do much for me. If I'm judging it straight from the music.
I'm judging it straight from the music. This has nothing to do with him putting them on. Like, if I don't like you, I don't like you. Yeah. Like, AZ got our attention on Schoolboy.
Well, I'm talking about the context of, Kendrick, Kendrick is doing this thing where he's putting more people on, more underground artists. I'm talking about from that perspective because...
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I think that's dope. Taking that context out, just judging music, features didn't really do much.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Yeah. If I don't like something, I'm gonna say it. I don't even think about like the Leffy Gunplay dude. He just had a little pit, that TV off stuff at the end. It get crazier. I don't care about that. Get that out of here.
Yeah, no offense. I'm like, Kendrick could have done that.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care about that. But I'm like,
that Kendrick
that was one thing. Oh, he just put somebody on that one. But other than that, like, I don't care about him saying that.
Yeah. But overall for me, I still am firm in my rating of this being a 3.5 out of 5. To me, it cemented it right there, especially with some of the tracks that I did like, that I really liked, I love. But some of the tracks, I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm like, I can skip this.
Yeah.
But I could listen to the album all the way through and not have a problem with it. This is still good music. I'm not denying that. Kendrick has a stellar discography. Yeah. So I want people to know that right now. The only miss he kind of has is really with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Not a completely bad album. Too long of an album, too much blow.
Yeah.
And the sequencing. But for me, like I said, this is the second worst project, so I like this one of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and I think I was more favorable of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers than you were. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, if we look at it though, I like Section 80 more. I like Dang more. Good Kid, Mad City more. Not in the order. I like Overly Dedicated more.
Yeah. Even though it's not an
And
album.
yeah, but you know they try to switch it up. Then I like
Kendrick
To
Lamar
Pimp
EP better than this?
Mm.
I don't.
I didn't. I had to listen to that again.
Oh, my bad.
And To Pimp a Butterfly more.
Yeah.
I like all them projects more.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to compare this like, oh, this isn't on the same level of these. If I had to rank his albums of how I
It's
feel,
gonna be
with this
hard to
album,
overdo the classics. Like we understand. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not holding this up to that same standard of it needs to be that or better. I'm just saying, like, in terms of my placement of if I'm going to listen to Kendrick Lamar music, I'll pick some songs out of here. Will I be mad if I listen to the whole album again? No. But will I choose to? Also, no.
Yeah, I will. So like, I say next year I'll be able to like after I listen to it more, I can actually get the recency bias off because it still just came out Friday. I can actually properly rank it and just see how much I return back to it. Because the only album I really return to from Kendrick is probably like
The classic Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, some tracks on To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn. I never really go back and listen to the full project of Damn like that no more. But I go back to Element, you know, Yeah, and stuff like that. Just like some tracks I love. But I feel like this GNX has some Kendrick tracks on here to me that's gonna remain like some of his top tracks, like Whacked Out Murals. It's those tracks that's like standout Kendrick tracks. I feel like
to me, those are like moment
like
tracks.
yeah, Hard Part 6, Whacked Out
Squabble
Murals,
Up,
yeah,
because it was highly anticipated.
facts. And Man in the Garden is one of those tracks for me. And I want to say, yeah, those three tracks that to me.
Did you put TV Off in there as well?
TV Off can be one, but I mean like those ones that's like those tracks when Kendrick actually saying something pretty good. I'm talking about those type of tracks. My bad.
Okay.
I know you brought up
I
Squabble
thought you
Up,
meant
but
like standout tracks.
But
in
no,
terms of,
to me it's a few standouts, but I'm thinking it's still he put out those tracks to me that was like, oh, these gonna go in your Kendrick like, oh his best songs when it comes to like him actually like rapping or saying something or like being more of a big
having
moment.
a message.
Like, yeah, a message. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think those Whacked Out Murals is like one of them for sure. That's like that's a what they call it, a statement. It's a statement track.
But yeah, overall, Kendrick, you did a good job on this project. This isn't one of my favorites from yours, but that's all right though because I still got stuff on here that I'm going to return to. I'm gonna put in the playlist. You gave me some songs on here. You gave me more than what you usually do in terms of turn up tracks. And while I didn't like all of them, while I didn't love all of them, I still liked a good amount of them. And this project does have some standout moments for me from this as well. Squabble Up, Whacked Out Murals, Hard Part 6, Man at the Garden, TV Off. Yeah. Like that's 5 tracks out of like what, 6, 7? That's just off the dome right now. And I'm not even looking at the track list. So yeah, you gave me some tracks that I'm gonna forever be like, oh yeah, when I remember GNX, this is that one song I remember. Those are the 5 I'm definitely gonna associate like when I first hear that album. So yeah, what about you, B?
Oh, the tracks? Oh, it's a good
You got any favorite or you just?
Oh, my favorite tracks. So man, let me look.
When you think of GNX, what's the first tracks you think
Oh,
of?
Whacked Out Murals, Dodger Blue. I love that
Dodger
track.
Blue is a good one.
Hard Part 6. What's another one that I liked? Man in the Garden I liked.
Gloria?
Gloria was cool. It grew on me a little more as well. I didn't talk about that. It grew on me a little more as well. Pickaboo, I love that track. But yeah, he got some on there that I'm gonna think about. Luther even dope. I like Luther, bro.
Like I said, I like the sample more, the instrumental, and SZA.
But I liked it.
To me, it sounds like a Black Panther song.
It's that one track. I cannot think of this. It sounds similar to it, but
yeah. No, it sounds like a song off of Dang. That's what it is. It sounds like a song.
It's not loyalty.
Close to that, maybe.
Yeah,
but it sounds like something off of Dang.
Sounds so familiar.
Nah, is it Yaya?
No. But I know. That's how Yaya go. He is in that flow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I gotta listen to that. It's been a year or two since I listened to Dang. So yeah. Overall, Kendrick, good job. Can't wait to see what you have coming up. Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
You're going to go off with some of these tracks there, and you're probably going to have a pop out part 2 basically. Of
he doing I see at the end of the video he had the Compton Christmas parade. I'm pretty sure he gonna have some. He probably curating that or something. I don't know. He dropped that at the end of the. I don't know if it means he's gonna do something with that for this year, but him putting it kind of be like, okay, he might do something in Compton. So I'm like, it's like he's showing a lot of stuff. I don't know. That could be something they do annually. I don't know. I'm not from Compton. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But that was Kendrick Lamar's GNX.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.